Hey guys, I'm back, and today I'm going to be doing the epic, long waited for, thoroughly researched lip declutter that is in conjunction with my Wheel of Lippies project pan. If you missed that project, I will link it down below and in the cards so that you can get all caught up. But essentially, I tried to use as many of the lip products in my collection as possible, and then once I had used them a randomly generated number of times, then I categorized them as keep, declutter, or unsure. So I have all my lip products laid out. I've put them into their respective piles, and then now it's time to go through, reckon with the things that I didn't quite get to, because there was 32 lip products that are in my collection that I didn't get a chance to test, and the unsure pile, which I think also has about 30 products. And then at the end of the day, hopefully we can make it to where every lip product in my collection is a hell yes. I think the expression is like, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. And so we're gonna go through everything. I've been looking over the list that I have of the unsure products over the past few weeks, just to start thinking, so I'm not trying to do all of the mental gymnastics of whether or not I should keep something at once. So some of the things might seem like really easy, and you're like, Jasmine, why'd you label it as unsure if you were so sure about it? I've been thinking, don't worry. So without further ado, I'm done with all my rambling. Let's get straight into the declutter. So here's how I've laid everything out. I'll zoom you in just a second, but up here, these are all the sure piles. So I've sorted things by liquid lipstick, bullet lipsticks, glosses, and pencils, or crayons kind of things. This is the unsure pile, and then these are things that I didn't get a chance to test. And this is the declutter pile. As soon as I realized I wanted to declutter something, I just stuck it straight in this bag. So hopefully this bag will be a little fuller by the end of this. So let's zoom on in, and then we can get into the decluttering. So starting with the unsure pile, these are all the glosses. I think I'm just going to hold on to both of the Buxom glosses. These are maybe not my favorite shades of this formula, but this is my favorite formula. And I've worked through enough of these to know that I can pan these pretty easily in a 2 to 4 months, depending on the color. And frankly, I don't mind having a few of these floating around. And since I love them as a formula, I've also given a couple of the shades to friends and family. So I think I'm gonna hold on to these for now. And then if like one of my friends wants one of them in the future, I'll gladly give them away. This toffee shade I ended up liking a lot more than I thought I was going to, and after more thought, I've loved playing with browns and other kinds of lip colors this past year, and this looked really beautiful with a lot of my kind of browner nudes and my peachier nudes. So I think I'm gonna hold on to this. These two I struggle with a lot because they're quite pigmented. Most of my like gloss favorites are things that are pretty sheer. So I was not sure what to do with these. They're also kind of comparable. I don't know if I really need both. My hands are going to be a whole mess by the time I'm done with this if I swatch everything, but there's a few things that I think are worth it. I did enjoy playing with them, but I just don't know if this is really for me, I guess. Can I get this to focus? There we go. One's more mauve. This Mad Love is more mauve, and Panna Cotta is a bit more peach. I think I'm just going to let go of both of them. They don't really, I can't think of anyone in my life who might want them. They're also quite old. I've had them definitely longer than one should keep a gloss, according to best practices. And I just don't think I'm gonna really ever reach for them naturally. I just prefer less pigmented glosses. So these are gonna go. Revlon Passion Pango Peach. is one that kind of checks all of my boxes. It's just, I don't know, I just never really thought much about it. It's very pretty, quite shiny. They don't make these anymore, which was why I just don't know if this is something that I really need to keep. I think they don't make these anymore. Maybe they repackaged them. And then here, let's swatch all of these while I'm here. This is NYX Angel Food Cake. Yes. This is another mauve, slightly less pigmented than Mad Love. And also a pretty one. I like this formula a lot. And then this is MAC Lip Gloss in Oyster Girl. Another one that I liked a lot more than I thought I was going to, but I just don't know. All of these, I really enjoyed having them in my rotation, and I used them really easily, but I hadn't used them for years before this, or really much at all before this project. So that's why I'm hesitant to just keep everything in my unsure pile if I never reached for it. Let's set these over here for now, and I'm going to compare them to the things that I didn't try. Liquid lipsticks. Thought about this one, bow and arrow, and this is not my color, and I'm just going to accept that and move on. I did decide I want to keep Trophy Wife. I do really like this color. As you can see, a lot of these are a similar tone. I used to really love and almost exclusively wear these like mauve-y tones, and if I swatch them, they'll probably all look identical. Okay, so here they are. Again, yeah, I think this proves my point of like, maybe we can see slight differences, but especially this one, and this one. So Love Dare 90, yeah, Patina and Carnation all look basically the same. I think I'm gonna let go of Carnation because this is one of those that like never sets down matte, and it just isn't my favorite formula. Do these still smell good? These two I like. They're the most different out of all 5 of these. And I remember wearing this one really easily, and I think this Huda Beauty one is really beautiful. It's just a little bit brighter than I think of it, so I need to start thinking this as like a berry rather than a mauve, and I'll probably get more use out of it. I'm gonna kind of do my thing before and compare these to the ones that I haven't tried yet. And then here we have L'Oreal Rebel Rose. I think it just comes down to I don't like this shade as much as I like the other shades in this line. I used to keep all of them in this line because I do really like the formula, but I let go of, I think it was Aphrodite Kiss, because the formula just in that specific color I didn't like, and I think I can let go of this one too. That's another example of something that's discontinued, and realistically I probably won't ever pan, and so if I'm not going to just reach for it out of love, then it's not going to get used. This is Ashton, and this is Lottie London Low Key. I think between these two I find the Lottie London one to be much more wearable, but there's something about this Ashton shade that like draws me in. It looks much more, I think, orange in the tube. Like I kind of think of it as like a burnt orange, but on me it pulls quite brown. I think it looks really nice. I'm just gonna hold on to both of these for now. One thing I discovered this year is that I really love wearing liquid lipsticks. I know they're not really in style anymore, but I with the way that, you know, I live my life, I like wearing a lot of makeup. I like wearing makeup to work, and I like not having to really worry about my lip color throughout the day. Then we have these lip pencils. This Dior one, it's a little bit more difficult to apply, but it's also just a really deep shade. I think it's still beautiful, and I think it still has a place in my collection, so I'm going to hold on to it. This L'Oreal Lilac Lacquer and Roll shade, I really love this. It's beautiful, but I think this is kind of like Rebel Rose, where it doesn't smell bad, but it smells kind of strongly. So I think that's part of what has deterred me from wearing it in the past. It's really pretty, but it is kind of starting to dry out. Like, it takes a lot more effort to get a swatch than other lip pencils, and it's been discontinued for at least like 5 years, which means I've had it for at least 5 years. So I think I'm just gonna let this one go. Oh, that one was kind of painful. It's beautiful. I just realistically, if I'm wearing a color like this, I tend to prefer some of my liquid lipsticks. Then I have NARS Bahama. How did I feel about this one? I can't even remember. I wish I had taken notes. That's pretty. I think that's where I ended with this one. Like, it's pretty. It's not special. But these little lip pencils are quite nice. So I think I'll hold on to that. Kind of the same with this one. This is a Lip and Cheek. I really love this line, but I tend to gravitate more towards the more easy to wear shades. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to hold on to both of these for now. I don't want to force myself into making decisions that I feel conflicted about. I already have it, and I only want to declutter things. Well, I like them. I'm going to hold on to them. One that I know I'm going to get rid of is this Luna Magic one. I held on to this for a very long time with like this what if mentality. Like, what if one day I want to wear orange lipstick? And that day has never really come. I have to do like a full-on lip combo to make this into something I enjoy wearing. And I just have a lot of products that I can wear as a lip combo, but I can also just wear them by themselves. And this is not it. This one I found really easy to wear. I liked it. I like brought it on a work trip, and I wore it every day, and I found it super easy to reach for, and I liked it. But I don't think that was anything special about this. I think I just realized that I like bullet lipsticks. And they're really easy for me to wear. And I think it's really pretty. I honestly don't have much in this like purpley color, but I do have 2 MAC lipsticks that I like a lot more that are in these kind of purpley tones. Let me grab them. So like, for example, this is MAC Plumful. Oh no. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do a makeup surgery later. And this was MAC Captive. Don't be a mess. Don't be a mess. And obviously they're different, but I don't know if they're that different. Here's Retro, which I find super easy to wear. And then this is Twig, which is a little bit more purpley. And actually, I think Twig is the best dupe for that Milani shade. I think what I've just proved to myself is I have enough things in this color, and I will reach for one of those MAC ones over this in a heartbeat. So I think I can let this go. Last few, ABH Stargazer. I think this is another one where I'm gonna do a comparison swatch to Maybelline Faint for Fuchsia. Okay, those actually aren't as similar as I thought they were going to be. You know what? This is fun, so I'm going to hold on to it, even if maybe it's not going to get ever used up. I think I can hold on to this one. And then these are two Smashbox ones. This is Bing and First Time. Don't go too crazy. These at one point were like my favorite, but they've kind of, I don't know if they were always like this and I just didn't notice, but they've kind of dried out a little bit, and I feel like they're just not, they're a little bit too matte to be comfortable, super comfortable, but they're also not particularly long wear. I let go of the red in this formula because I just wasn't sure if it's what I really, if I would ever reach for it over some of the other reds that I've kept. And I think I can say the same for these. I don't know if I'd ever reach for Bing over Plumful or, like that Trophy Wife shade or one of the other ones I've kept. And I don't think I'd ever reach for First Time over like Teddy from MAC. So Velvet Teddy, I think I can let these two go. So these are the things that I didn't get a chance to try during the year, and there's some easy things that I know I'm gonna keep. So for example, favorite gloss formula. I like these colors. Some of them are kind of similar to either other ones I've tried, or I know I've worn them within the past year or so. So keeping all of these. I really like this Bobbi Brown formula, and I tried 2 of them this year, and I really like them. And this is my favorite, just inherently, like, of all the ones I got in the little pack, this is my favorite shade, so I'm definitely keeping this one. This Morphe gloss I do really enjoy. It's a pretty color, so I think I'm gonna hold on to this one as well. I decided to keep the other Morphe gloss. They're just pretty. I generally like glosses. This Ulta Beauty lip gloss is really new to me. The wand is like blue, like the actual like doe foot is, which is interesting. But this feels like a nice formula, like kind of sheer, a little bit reminiscent of my Lancome gloss in like color and texture, but I like a doe foot better, so this makes me happy. And this Almay one is just really fun. This was another recent gift. I just got through most of my glosses, and the ones that I didn't want to keep, I like knew instantly. That's just beautiful. I can't let that go. And it's also like was given to me, I think, over the summer, so I'm gonna hold on to these two as well. Was really cutthroat there, guys. Hope you were holding on to your seats for that one. Okay. Here's where things might get, I don't know, just as easy. 2 MAC shades. I really love my MAC lipsticks. They're kind of a family that I like to keep together, so I'm gonna hold on to this. Dior Tinted Balm in Nude Look. These are the only tinted balms that I still keep in my collection because they're makeup-y enough to wear as makeup. They are not they're not like a lip balm that someone just like mixed with a lipstick and then now it's both chapsticky and goopy and also pigmented. These are delightful. This Lancome one I really like. It was actually not on my list. I think I got this year and it just did not ever get added to the list, so that's why it never got rolled in. It's a beautiful color, and I think the packaging is just stunning with this little clicker. Anyways, so holding on to this one. Oh, another MAC one in Ruby Woo that is so new it's still in the packaging, so holding on to this. Then we've got 3 little babies. This is Anastasia Beverly Hill Kiss, which is a very light nude. Urban Decay Back Talk, which is light mauve. and Tarte Margs, which is another light nude. I think it's safe to say that none of these three are really my color. And I've had them kicking around for a very long time. I loved a Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in the shade, I think it was Spice. I used up an entire mini of it, and then I've had all three of these for at least 5 years and never really reached for them. I had, for both the Tarte and the Anastasia Beverly Hills, they came in sets that had another shade in the set that I loved and used up completely, so I've held on to the other shades in the set out of hope, because I liked the other one so much, but I don't actually really love these shades, so I think I'm just gonna let them go. This Buxom Powerline lip liner in Rich Rose, I've really gone back and forth on, because this is not really a great lip liner color for me. It's quite light and bright, but it's also really beautiful and quite new in my collection. I think I'm going to give it, like, set it aside specifically for a friend of mine, because I think I know someone who would really like this shade and looks really nice in these peachy pinks, so I'm going to set this aside for them, and I guess that means I'm decluttering it, but it's not going to go in the bag. These Nude Sticks Matte Lip and Cheeks, I've used up a bunch of them. This shade is really gorgeous, so I'm going to have no problem using this up someday. This is in the shade Kiss, by the way. Buxom Powerline Lip Liner in the shade Dolly Danger. This is a hard one, because at one point this was my absolute favorite lipstick, lip color, lip anything. I wore it almost every day in high school. This was like circa 2016 Jasmine's it color, and I don't wear as many mauves as I do. I used to wear a lot of like pinks and mauves on my eyes, lips, and cheeks, but there's also something very nostalgic about this. Clearly I've had it for a while. It's a whole beat up, and you can't get them anymore, and I'm just gonna let the nostalgia let me hold on to this one for a second. This NARS lip pencil in Chaos. The back looks suspiciously like their shade Train Blue, so I'm going to swatch both of them and see if I really need both of them. Okay, I would say this one's more red and this one's more like straight purple. I just don't think I need both. Because realistically, am I even going to use up this color? I love this shade every once in a while. I think it looks really cool, especially like in and around Halloween, but I don't think that this is something that I really need two of. So I'm going to keep Train Blue, which was already in my keep pile, and I think I'm going to let go of Chaos. Burgundy and Apple Red from Italia Deluxe. I really like this formula. I've decided to keep every single shade that I did try. This is a nice bright red and a like wine color. Both really pretty. I'm just going to hold on to them for now. Honestly, I have too many lip liners, but I like having a variety, because there's something that when I don't have one that I want, then I'm like, oh, I really wish I had a lip liner. So I'd rather just hold on to them. This is quickly becoming my biggest pile for how thin they are. Then I have these three from Dior. I know Favorite is one of my favorites. That's why it's so much shorter than all the other ones. This is a definite keep. It's just a bright red. It's beautiful. Then we have Colt and Cherie. These both have like a little bit of a sheen to them, which surprised me at first, but they're really beautiful colors. I think they would be really easy to wear, especially with like a gloss or a liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna hold on to these, but I think I'm gonna mark them in my makeup inventory somewhere as something that I would like to try out, include in like a monthly makeup rotation of some sort early this year. Like these would be good for this kind of time of year, Valentine's Day, and then spring. Okay, here's where we get into the liquid lipsticks and where things start to get a little bit crazy. So as you can see, I have even more of these mauve colors, because this is what I do. This is something that I do really enjoy wearing. I'm gonna hold on to these two. They're still in the packaging. They're like brand new, and they were both very, very thoughtful gifts. So this is Charlotte Tilbury in the shade. The shade is Best Actress, and I'm really excited to dig into this now that I'm no longer doing Wheel of Lippies. And then this is a lip stain, that a fruity glass tint that a coworker got me while she was on vacation, which was so sweet of her, and it's so cute. So definitely holding on to this. I think this Kat Von D one is an easy let go for 3 reasons. 1, if I'm wearing a red lipstick, liquid lipstick, it's probably my Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Outlaw, which sets down very beautifully, or my Maybelline red liquid lipstick in Pioneer. This new formula, or I don't even know if this is a new formula. I have a little trio of these, and I think I already got rid of one of them like the first time after I tried it because I didn't like the color. I already got rid of Carnation, and then this Tulip one, I don't like this, like, doesn't set down, but also is super pigmented, but also like doesn't do it's different than these NARS ones, because these NARS ones I feel like they don't set down, but they kind of like blot down. These just stay like very smeary, and I would not want a red. And if I want a red that's not a liquid lipstick, I have plenty of those. So this is also going to get let go. Pop Beauty Permanent Pout in Bubbly Berry. This is another mauve-y one. This formula, I don't know if this is for me. I believe I tried this on in my in a reel that I did. I can link it down below, but this was just, when I have tried it on, it's just been just kind of mid, so I think I'm just gonna let this one go as well, considering I think this was just in some sort of Ipsy bag that someone gave to me. This Sephora Soft Matte and Easy Lip Color in Made in Italy in number 4 is a really pretty kind of almost grayish color. I don't know. This is quite new to me. I haven't really worn it much. I think I'm going to hold on to it just because this color is a little bit of a outside my comfort zone, and I'm okay keeping a small handful of those. So I'm going to hold on to this one for now. And then we're back to this mauve showdown. I'm going to swatch them all out against each other really quickly. So here they are in this order, starting with Sephora, Kat Von D, Love Dare 90, Patina, Huda Beauty. This is Muse. This is Double Dare by Kat Von D. And then Swing and Spike, or Spike and Swing. I forget which one's which from NARS, but these are discontinued, so it doesn't really matter. I like this NARS formula a lot more than I thought I did. It's kind of like a lip stain, and as it wears away, it leaves like a nice kind of powdery matte kiss of color on the lips. However, I don't think this color is for me, so I'm gonna let go of District. I was wrong. This is District. I always think in the pack, I think this packaging's a little deceiving. it's hard to see, but this looks so much darker in the tube than it does when I actually put it on. And then I frequently end up putting it on thinking it's going to be like a beautiful rosy nude, and I get this kind of like peachy color, and I'm just disappointed, and I don't think this specific one looks great on me, so I'm gonna let this one go. I'm torn about this swing one. It looks really beautiful. I think I might hold on to it for now, but if I wear it and I don't like it once, then I'll let it go. I love this Love Dare, or no, this is Bow and Arrow. I used to wear this all the time in high school. I didn't have it, but a friend had it, so I would constantly be like rifling through her makeup bag for like a year and borrowing it. And then of these four, I've already established I kind of want to keep this one because I think it's an interesting color. And I don't know, the longer I look at them, the more they all look the same and different at the same time. Looking at them through the lens, these two look real similar. They're all such similar formulas. I don't think I need them all, but I also kind of want them all. I'm going to keep Love Dare 90. I did enjoy wearing it when I had it rolled in. These two, or did I roll in patina? I can't remember now which one I rolled in and which one I didn't. I really like the Huda Beauty formula, and they smell less than the Stila ones. Yeah, Stila smells really strongly. It's not an expired scent. It's just a fragrance that they added. So I'm going to let this one go as well. This was District, right? Yep. So I think of these, I'm going to keep these ones. I got rid of two. Okay, I'm going to make my peace with that. These are both duplicates. So I have 2 Code Reds and 2 NARS lipsticks in Toilette. And I am going to put this in the pile with Buxom Rich Rose lip liner and see if one of my friends wants them, because they are brand new, kind of untouched, and she likes lipstick, so I'm gonna see if she wants either of these, because I like them. I just don't think I need 2. Back to these Unsure lip glosses. I think I'm gonna let go of NYX because I think I like NYX more than I actually do. It's the color. I just never reach for a gloss this color. And it goes back to, I don't really love pigmented lip glosses, and I think this is just a little bit too pigmented. And then I'm gonna let myself keep these 2. And they're really sparkly, but when I do want something kind of sparkly, I'll have them. And then, you know, as I work through some of my Buxom ones over the next couple of years, I need to have something else, so I'm gonna hold on to these. So this is a lip palette that was given to me recently. I think I'm gonna set this aside for some family friends that have daughters who are starting to get into makeup, and it's more of like a play makeover thing, and I think that they will get more use out of this than I will. So I'm gonna set this aside for them. So these are all the things that I am letting go of, and then back here are all the things that I'm keeping. So I'm gonna go count these up and then sign out of this declutter. Okay, I have done a little bit of counting and checking what I had last year, and I'm very pleased to announce that I have in total kept 104 lipsticks, or lip products. So that's 33 pencils, 24 glosses, 22 bullet lipsticks, and 25 liquid lipsticks. I used up 1 tinted lip balm, and I decluttered 40. So my new total is 104. I started January 2024 at 131 lip products, and over the year I've acquired some new ones, and including the new things that are so new that they didn't even get included in my last round, like they were Christmas gifts and things. I am at 118, so we are still less than where we were at the beginning of January 2024, and I have a new appreciation for my collection and a new focus on painting for 2025. So if you like project painting content, please stick around. I have some products, I've got my eye out for them to get them used up in 2024, and most of all, or in 2025, I don't know what year it is anymore, it's very late. But I'm really excited for all the content I have planned, and most of all, I hope you're having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.